So without further ado, Mr. Bob Shanahan.
Welcome to the legal edition of tonight. Get up, get some coffee, because this is going to be as interesting as drugs and alcohol. So, first we're going to talk about Medicare, and I think we're probably all pretty much familiar with it, but let's run through it. Then we're going to talk about Medicaid, and then we're going to talk about the banks. Here we go. I'll skip the disclaimer. Okay. Medicare is a federal program, right? It's from the federal government, and it handles your day-to-day health issues, but it does not cover long-term care, nursing home care, but it does pay for short-term institutional care like respite care. It covers people who are age 65 and over who qualify for Social Security. It also covers people under age 65 and are disabled. And it covers those 65 and over who are not otherwise eligible, in that they don't get Social Security, but they agree to pay the premium. So it's divided into four parts. There's Part A. Everyone's pretty much familiar with A and B. A covers your hospital care. It's years ago, before they ruined the healthcare system, we used to only have to buy hospitalization coverage. That's what this is. Part B covers your physician and outpatient care. So it's like you need a doctor, you go see a doctor, and this runs into that. I walk around a lot, I'm sorry. Part C is a managed care program called the Medicare Advantage program. It's an HMO type product. And Part D is the prescription drug benefit program. There are things that aren't covered. Care received outside the United States. You go to Canada, you're on a trip in Italy, and you need care, it won't cover it. Custodial care, including long-term nursing home. If you're in a nursing home, Medicare does not cover that. Hearing aids, routine dental care, routine eye care, routine foot care, eyeglasses, unless you get the result of cataract surgery, dentures, routine physical exams, which I find rather odd, but it doesn't pay for those. Acupuncture, homeopathic care, cosmetic surgery, and private duty nursing. These are not paid for by Medicare. Enrollment. You turn 65 and you get Social Security, you're entitled to Social Security, or you're a railroad worker, you get the railroad benefit. You're automatically entitled to enroll in Part A, and you're deemed to have automatically enrolled in Part B. Your application must be at age 65, otherwise you can apply later, but it's going to cost you more. Even if you don't want to take your Social Security benefits at age 65, you should still enroll for Medicare. Part A, hospitalization. You're limited to 90 days per illness, okay? In the hospital, they'll pay for that. But in addition, you have 60 lifetime reserve days. So everybody has 60-day hospitalization days for which they'll pay in a bank, and you can use them throughout your lifetime. Okay, so if you need to stay in the hospital for more than 90 days per spell of illness, you can use those 60 days or whatever you got left. And the coverage includes acute care, rehabilitation, psychiatric care, even though no one says they get it, routine nursing services, right, and drugs administered in the hospital, as well as medical equipment, supplies, physical, occupational, and respiratory therapies. It's all good stuff. Deductibles must be paid for each spell of illness. For the first 60 days, there's a deductible, which is adjusted annually. These are the 2019 figures in these slides. Presently, it's $1,364. For the 35 days after, the patient pays a co-insurance of 25% of the deductible, presently $341 a day for days 61 through 90. And for days 91 to 150, you're utilizing those lifetime reserve days, is 50% of the deductible, presently $682 per day. Okay, hospitalization isn't cheap. You'll need every penny of that. A spell of illness begins when a beneficiary enters the hospital, continues to receive hospital level of care in a skilled nursing facility without a break for 60 days. It's recommended that if you go into or you're going to go into a hospital, that you get a doctor to say you need to be hospitalized in writing in the chart, because otherwise they may hold you over for observation, in which case you'll be paying 100% of that time out of your own pocket. It's only if when you're hospitalized that Medicare will pay. A skilled nursing home facility is only covered if the person spends at least 3 days in a hospital covered by Medicare. That's important. To be covered by Medicare, you have to be admitted to the hospital. You can't be there for observation. If you're only there for observation, again, you're going to be paying 100% out of your own pocket. If they send you to a nursing home, you're going to be paying 100% out of the pocket there too, because Medicaid will not pay for that. You have to be admitted in the hospital, then go to the nursing home facility.
Bob, can I ask you, so if somebody goes into the emergency room, my understanding is that does not count unless they're actually admitted into the hospital?
Correct. Correct. So if you're an advocate for somebody, you need to be jumping up and down. Admit them, admit them, admit them. Don't let them put you off. Yeah.
I wasn't on Medicare last year, but I was admitted to the hospital for the emergency room, but I was listed as under observation.
Yeah.
So even if you're admitted, it still can be coded as under observation.
That's cute. Well, make sure that observation, you don't want that observation stuff. Well, good. You just don't want that, if you're on Medicare, don't let them do that observation stuff. All right. Medicare pays the first 20 days in full, 100%. Days 21 to 100, there's a deductible, currently $170.50 per day. The best kept secret is, years ago they'd say, okay, you can stay in a nursing home facility or a hospital, but when you plateau, meaning you're not getting any better, you've reached the benefit of the care we're going to give you, we're going to send you home. That's not the standard. The standard is, and it's been this way for many years, is that you can stay there if the care is necessary to maintain your current condition and prevent a slow deterioration. That's different. If you plateau, you go home, but you'll deteriorate. But if you need the care to stay where you are, and you can stay in the nursing home, Medicare should still be paying for that. But for some reason, people don't seem to know that. They still think it's the plateau standard. Yes.
But if you can appeal a discharge in a subacute rehab, and Medicare has a company that Levanta that will do the review, and if Levanta thinks that you need to go home, then they can kick you.
That's right.
Otherwise, you pay privately.
Right.
So then, in that case,
Now, is that only for people who are under Part C, or is
no,
that
that's
A?
Medicare.
Okay.
Med A.
Okay. Interesting. See, they're tightening the screws on us. Like I said. I refer you to my earlier comments of disdain and horror of the future. Current Part A hospitalization, skilled nursing home is only covered if the person spends at least 3 days in the hospital. We talked about that. Best kept secret. See, it went back on me. Medicaid will also pay for hospice care, institutional hospice care or at home, and home care if you need part-time skilled nursing or physical therapy at home. That's great. That's good. Part B is medical care now. To your doctors. If you're sick, you go to the doctor. You go to his office for care. They'll pay for physicians, diagnostic tests, medical equipment, ambulance services, outpatient physical and speech therapy, on and on and on. There's an annual deductible of $185 before the coverage begins. Then the patients have a copay of 20%. Right? We went backwards again. All right. Part C, the Medicare Advantage Program. Part C is available to anyone who qualifies for Parts A and B. It's a managed care plan. A lot cheaper than Parts A and B. The problem is, it's okay as long as you get sick. The experience is if you get sick, you're going to wish you were on A and B. Okay? Now they know that, so they say, you have to apply, you can change, but you have to do it between January 1st and February 14th of the following year. So it's a great bargain as long as you're okay. It's cheap, but if you get sick, you're going to wish for an A and B. D is the prescription coverage. All right. It covers different plans, different companies. Maximum annual deductible is presently $415. After deductible, you pay 25% of the next $3,820. And there's the hole. I love the hole. There's always a hole when you deal with the government. I don't know what the deal is, but once the beneficiary, the insurance company, pays the fees totaling $3,820, there's a gap. Now you have to pay 100% of the next $3,833.15 in drugs. Okay? That's all on you. And after that, you're in the catastrophic period. And the beneficiary pays 5% of formulary drugs, $3.40 for generics, $8.50 for brand name drugs. And this stays in effect till December 31st when you start all over again at the beginning. Okay? So this is an annual thing. Oh, that's me.